It's my first speech, so glad to be here. Good turnout. As the Vice President of Membership and Education, who is new here? Who's your first meeting? There you are. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. What's your name? Dorman? That's cool. It's fine. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. This speech is titled "To This Point." My first speech. Glad to be here. Now, I've never sat down and given a group of people or any one person kind of my life story. I lived in a pretty interesting household. My family, we go back a long time, and we come from all over the place. Every sibling in my family was born in a different state. Every person in my family was born in a different state. That's partly because my dad was in the Navy. We moved around a lot. I have a sister who was born in Anchorage, Alaska. Brother who was born in Dothan, Alabama. Sister was born in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was born in Norfolk, Virginia. Big, huge Navy base there. Great place to go. Kind of gross, kind of a nasty city, but it's where I was born. So I guess. Now, I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. Nice big city of, right now it's about 800,000 people. It's the 15th biggest city in the country. A lot of people don't know that. I lived in a small county called Parker County, Texas, that none of you have heard of. Oh, you have. Yeah, of course, Forrest has. He's from around there. But as somebody who, just some regular old middle class white kid going to public school eventually college, my life wasn't really full of a lot of hardship. I got what I wanted for Christmas. I got what I wanted on my birthday. I had a car when I turned 16. I lived in relative comfort. And I should have studied more in high school, and I should have done a lot more than I should have in high school because I was too comfortable to be taken out of my comfort zone. Now, as somebody who was in the military family, and my oldest sister was born in Anchorage, she's now a captain in the Army. She did the whole nursing thing, and she lives in Germany. That's where she's stationed. My brother did the ROTC thing at Texas Christian University. Decided it wasn't really for him. He was a little too interested in being a frat dude and not going to PT in the morning, so he ended up leaving college and he enlisted in the Army. He's an NCO, and he's doing special forces stuff that I'm not supposed to know about. And out of Fort Carson, Colorado. My other sister, she did the whole ROTC thing again at University of Texas at Arlington, big huge nursing school. Decided that wasn't really for her, and she left college and she's out in the workforce now. And here I am. I tried to get into West Point a long time ago. I should have studied a little bit harder. I got a good ACT score. I got a 29 on my ACT. I had a 3.6 GPA coming out of high school. I decided I didn't really feel like putting in all the effort to get into West Point. It didn't happen. Pretty disappointed, but it was on me. Now, at that point, I had a couple options. I got into Texas A&M University. Howdy. Sorry. So that was what I was going to do, and I was going to do the whole core thing, and that was the trajectory I was on. And then I went and visited, and it's huge, 55,000 students, some give or take, gigantic school. The school itself is a city, but that's the designation. It's really cool. I figured, you know what, kind of want to get the hell out of Texas after living there for 15 years, if I can. And I ended up going to the Citadel. And a lot of my people in my company know this, but I have a lot of family who went here. My grandfather at one point was a commandant here, and my aunt was the first woman to graduate from the Citadel. It was Nancy Mace. And I don't say that a lot of people, so that'll be our little secret. And YouTube. Now, this has been a really tough year for all of us, all the knobs, even upperclassmen. I understand how hard it is for y'all. I have never faced this kind of hardship in my life. I decided to take a year off of college, or a year off of school. After graduation, I took a few classes here and there at Trident Technical College in North Charleston. I moved here by myself. I packed my car full of all my stuff, and I hauled my ass down to Charleston, and just to see what was going to happen. So I ended up working at good old Texas Roadhouse in North Charleston, South Carolina. Really good steaks. I mean, butter. Yeah, whatever. I'm sick and tired of that place and never eat there again. But I kind of understood what it meant to face some hardship. I had to pay rent. I had to pay my taxes. I worked with people who were single mothers and dropped out of high school. And I worked with people who decided they didn't want to go to college. And I had people who went to college and decided it wasn't for them. I worked with a lot of people who struggled. A lot of people who understood what it meant to, quote unquote, face hardship. That's something I never experienced before. It really opened up my worldview to things that I had no idea existed. Why would I have? There's a lot of situations that we'll be put in the future, even that I was in, and you just don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're going to be running into. You don't know who you're going to see again in 15 years. Because it could be somebody that you hated or somebody that you worked really well with. Same here at the Citadel. We're going to see each other at reunions, at functions, at networking events in the Southeast or somewhere, probably for the rest of our lives. I know I can say that about my classmates. I'll be on a first name basis. I'll be hanging out with these guys, so probably until I'm dead, or until I mute or get my arm blown off or something. And in the Army, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm really good at these asides. I don't know why. My whole speech should just be a big aside. Anyways, I grew up in a very interesting world, and at the Citadel, this stress is a little artificial, but we have to take these experiences and we have to run with them. We have to make freaking lemonade. All right, this is not something, y'all. No, we're 3 weeks out of rec day. All right, we have to take these experiences and we have to hold on to them. There's nothing we can do without any prior knowledge. We have to understand where we came from. I can say for me, I go back and I get a time machine and go slap that kid in the face whose name is John McGrath on matriculation day. Let's slap the shit out of that kid because he was a punk. I think a lot of us. I know Colin's just nodding his head. Yeah, I guess right. But I would definitely agree that a lot of you guys would say the same thing. I'm almost done. I promise. We have to take our past experiences, we have to remember them. If we don't know our history, we're going to repeat it. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do without any intuition. We have to take our experiences, and I'm going to leave it at this. We are almost done, y'all. This is it. Spring break, and we're almost done. Don't forget about anything that happened this year. We have one knob year, 9 more months, one more. Let's make the most of it these last 2 or 3 weeks. Because I'm ready to go, man. Let's do it. All right? That's it. Thank you.